takes is a moment. Is it fate that you came this far unbroken? If it's destiny, you wrote it. Focused, but you gotta be focused. Make or break, it's the last goodbye they remember you for. They're calling your name, go and take what's yours. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment. Rise up, you give it all that you got and you rise up. All the stories that tell about the champion who came from the crown. Are you ready to carry it now? Going full speed, never stop, never quit. You're the only one, you got to convince that nothing's too far out of your reach. 'Cause all you are is what you believe. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment.
Welcome to Rock Around the Clock, daily cloud gaming news live at the same time, Monday to Friday. But first, if you're new to the show, please subscribe and hit the bell. If you'd like to support the channel, why not hit the join button on the channel homepage and become a member of Team Rock? Yes, why not? I say the same thing every day. I keep meaning to update that video actually, because it's got some old graphics in it, and I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but I don't know how, but when I'm talking, partly through the video, the intro, it goes to one speaker. It's like only on the left, and when you've got headphones on, like I find it quite annoying. Something else that's quite weird, I've just seen where it is now. I just realised there's been a big update to the chat app that I use. I don't think we'll see any difference on the screen, which is, yeah, it's fine. But it's telling me in my ears what somebody's saying, which is a bit disconcerting. So I'm just going to mute that. I just noticed you can actually mute it. There we are. I think that's how we do it. How are you? Where are we? Wednesday. Middle of the week already. Wow. I mean, wow. Where did that go? We had a cracker of a Rokk Show yesterday, even though we didn't have Bear and little David Wilson. We didn't have our new member of the band. He's out moving house and organising internet and all sorts of stuff, and you know how it goes. But he'll be back next week, I'm sure. Great to see you all. We've got Doragon's in the house. Doragon there. Thank you so much, my friend. 4K subs. I know, I can't quite believe it, to be honest. And it's come at quite a fortuitous time, because on Sunday I will have been content creating for 3 years. 3 years. I've only been monetized for 2 as well, so I'm quite proud of that. 4K in 3 years. Dre, thank you so much for renewing your subscription, my friend. You awesome fellow. 21 months. That is... There you go. Just as if you didn't believe me. And there it is. 21 months. That is amazing, isn't it? So Dre is definitely in the kind of about 5 that have got a 2 at the front of the digits of the amount of time they've been a member. So I'm really, thank you so much, my friend. Oh, look, Colm Nelligan. How are you, Colm? Colm says, I was driving from London to Birmingham last night on Euro Truck Simulator. It's a great game. I put on the radio listening to a chat show, and it sounded like everyone is going on strike in England. Yes. Actually, we must be that close, Colm, to a general strike. I think everybody is just completely fed up with the idiots that we have in government and what they've done for this country over the last 13 years, which is pretty much the opposite of positive. And actually, there's massive public support for the strikes. These for various reasons, but it's teachers are on strike again today. I think nurses are back on strike soon. It's unfortunately England or UK Leicestershire is not in a great place. Apparently, Russia is experiencing a higher growth rate right now, even with all their sanctions, than the United Kingdom. If it's the United Kingdom, right, which it is, I just had a thought. So now they've changed QC to KC, Queen's Counsel to King's Counsel, for example, if you're like a supreme barrister, like a judge. Why did we not ever say the United Queendom? Why did we still stick with kingdom when we had a queen for, 70 years or something? I don't know. That's a weird one, isn't it? Just suddenly popped into my head. Jigoku ni Iku. Wow. Thank you so much. And yes, they're on the case. ! Win. I started it super early today. In fact, I started it an hour before the show started. I wanted to see who was awake. As it happens, nobody. Nobody entered early, but it's okay. It's set to go for it was set to go for an hour and 40, so you've got a good 30 to 40 minutes to get in there. I'm just going to fire up Streamlabs, make sure that it's all good to go. Yeah, I'm looking up at the monitor today, by the way. I've taken my second monitor, my 4K monitor, upstairs. So it suddenly dawned on me. As you know, this is my little studio, which is a converted half of our garage or garage. And I come in here and do this. And occasionally play games, but if I do that, it's usually to stream them. If I want to play games, then I will either connect to the PC via Moonlight in the lounge, or I'll use GeForce Now, or of course one of my 2 next-gen consoles. So it suddenly occurred to me, why am I coming in here to work as well? I should delineate my work and my pleasure, because, talking to you guys and seeing you guys every day is my pleasure. It's the thing that I love. So I've converted our little kind of what was our playroom, our 4th bedroom, into a little office, and I've taken the 4K monitor up there, connected it to my MacBook, and I've separated it out. So I've been up there working all day, And then I come in here and I feel like I've properly split away from work. Do you know what I mean? It's that little thing that you've got to... I think if you work from home, all of you that work from home will agree with this. You've kind of got to separate out your personal and your business spaces, haven't you? Otherwise, they all blend into one and you just end up feeling really down. And if you don't do that and you work from home, I'd absolutely recommend doing it. Right, Cloudbot. Here we are. It's a good game, that, at Truck Simulator, isn't it? I've often thought about buying that one myself, Cole. It's quite a chillaxing game, isn't it? Here we go. We've got 13 tickets, 21 people watching, so there's a few of you yet to enter. Don't forget you can enter on both Twitch and YouTube, and they're both working. I've got the chats above me so I can see everybody entering there. That is cool. It was actually pretty good to hear people's messages played back at me from my little chat thing, but I can't talk and hear them at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So you don't really, there's no great benefit really. Let's have a look and see who's in the chat today. Doragon. Pay sucks in most sectors, Cole. Yep. And employers want to make record profits rather than pay people appropriately. Yeah, we've just become a really toxic dog-eat-dog country since 2016, when the lid was taken off and all the misogynists and the racists and the homophobes and the libertarians were all told to make hay, do what you want. Stick it to the wokes. That's what they were told to do. And they've been doing it. And this is where you end up. A rather dishevelled country. Is that Russia reporting that growth rate? No, that was the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. You check out the news report earlier this week. I actually knew about this over a week ago. And they made it official over the weekend. Even the US stuck a knife into the UK, saying we were a former shadow of our former selves. But yeah, check it out, mate. It's an absolute truth. IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Think of them what you will, but they have given us, they've said that we are the lowest performing economy, Western economy in the world today. Anyway, enough of the politics. And Mr. Rokk Show, what's going on? Hey, good to see you, buddy. How are you? I'm experimenting again with lighting. So I've got the whole blue thing going on here, and then I've got two white lights firing at me from either side like lightsabers. And I think it's all right. It's okay, isn't it? It's all right. I could do with being I could do with being up here, though. Is that better? I feel like I need the barber's chair thing for the kids. You know, you put it over the two arms and you sit on the thing. That's what I need, I think. That's exactly what I need. Win, win, win. Get them all in. Tracy, Miss T. Dre. Not a lot of chat, but lots of wins, which is good to see. Yeah, everyone's getting good on you. Let's have a look and see. 17. Let me refresh the screen just in case it's lagging. 17. And we have 19 watching. We lost a couple. They came in, they entered, and they left. Well, thank you. I hope you don't win. What else we got here? Oh, sorry about that, mate. Oh, Tracy getting all English with me there with the mate. Bless you. Yeah. It's a funny little word, isn't it? Mate. I guess it comes from mater, which is Latin for mother. But how it became a kind of general thing for friends, I don't know. Definitely it was a lower working class thing. You would never hear anybody, upper or middle class and upper class using the term. But thank you, Joe. Appreciate that, my friend. Stream looks great. Cheers, buddy. Mate. But I love it. And the problem, I mean, I tend to call everybody mate. And I don't mean to, I hope I don't upset anybody. But if, like today, I was walking back from the pharmacist's picking up some tablets. And then just a little ways ahead of me, the little old lady got out of a passenger side of a car, tripped up on the pavement, and then I went, Colm is now following on Twitch. Thank you so much, Colm. Actually, while that's there, my friend, I want to lift that up. There we go. Brilliant. Cheers, buddy. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you very, very much. A little old lady fell over, bless her. And she was little as well, with a little walking stick, and her bag went everywhere. I thought, oh no. So I kind of, jaunted up as quick as I could to help. And I said, are you all right, my love? Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. And then as I walked away, I thought, these days they tell you off for saying my love. But I've always done it with like ladies of my age and older. If I'm at the bank, thanks, my love, or, at the pasty shop, thank you, my love. But I just a thing, I don't mean anything by it. I mean, I know they're not my love, but, it's a term of endearment. And I hope it doesn't offend ladies. It's just a thing you do, and I think it's kind of an English thing as well, to do that. Thank you for following, Colm, really appreciate that. Good day, Mr. Rouster. Adam, how are you, dude? Do you go to how's your PAP thing doing? Your CPAP? How's your sleep apnea? Is that improved? Is it good now that you've been taking in the mask? I hope so. I know your day 1 application or day 2 of the application. I know that you were saying it was really, you had a great night's sleep. So I just wondered. How's it doing? Yeah, it is. It's an English thing, I think, Adam, my love. My dear is another one. My dear. How are you, my dear? How are you, my dear? But you tend to hear women say my dear, or my mum says it. She's on the phone. That's all right, my dear. Don't you? No, that's absolutely fine. All right, yeah, all right, my dear. Bye, bye, goodbye. Women do that. And then men are like, all right, my love. No worries. The CPAP is doing great. It's crazy how much better. Oh, mate, I am so pleased. Look at that. The CPAP is making Adam feel much better. All those years, dude, that you've not had the benefit of it. It's like having a second lease of life for you. And couple that with your gym working out and your bucket of 50 nuggets. You're like a dog with 2 tails. That's what I love. That's what I love to hear. How awesome. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Well, yeah, you've only got a couple of days now. I was told it would be like a week. Hang on, what have I missed? What would be like a week? Oh, until you felt the advantage, the benefit. Well, that's good. That's excellent, isn't it? Oh, look. Hey, Avery. How are you, buddy? It's my old mate, Avery. Thinking I might have to go to the CPAP route as well, but losing £60 might do the trick. Have you done that? That's amazing. If you've actually done that, or are you on it right now, dude? Congratulations to you, my friend. I went for a mega weight loss over the last couple of years using keto. Can't remember how much I lost now. Because, of course, I think of it in terms of stones, which it's £14 to a stone. But I didn't lose anything like £60. I mean, that's amazing. Oh, look, is Straight Gaming is now following. Awesome. Thank you. Another Twitch follower. You see, I have my giveaways, which encourage all of my followers and my subscribers. So it's absolutely brilliant. And if you didn't know, I've mentioned, I think, that my big March giveaway was going to be Star Wars Survivor. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, I think. Anyway, they pushed it forward yesterday. They said, no, pushed it back, sorry. Sorry, guys, a bit more polish to do, April 28th. So I thought, oh no, I am now without a March giveaway. So we now have a March giveaway. I'm giving away in March. So next week, I think it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this time next week, Joe has, he's subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you, Joe. Oh wow, that's amazing. I don't get many of those. That's a real honor. Thank you, dude. On Twitch. Where was I? I get interrupted so easily. I'm like that squirrel dog. Yeah. So anyway, Last of Us Part 1 on PC. So next week is Hogwarts Legacy. Awesome. platform of your choice, I think, but it might be PC, I can't remember. Now, March is going to be The Last of Us Part 1, which is coming to PC for the first time. But not just your ordinary Last of Us Part 1, it's the deluxe edition with extra deluxes. Woohoo! I think that's French for the luxury edition, deluxe or something like that. So yeah, luxury edition, the deluxe edition, that is coming on March the 6th. The game is coming out March the 3rd, but I'm doing the draw on March the 6th for various reasons. So that's all good. And then, of course, Star Wars Jedi Survivor is going to be... hang on, there it goes. Is going to be on April the 28th. So there's your 3 games for the next 3 months. Awesome. And the very end of this month, I've got plans for the Team Rokk Plus giveaway, which I will be keeping to myself, but needless to say, it's going to be one heck of a AAA game. Giving it away all over the place. Now, I did notice, Avery said, nah, haven't done it yet on the gym circuit nowadays. Good on you, dude. Good on you. Listen, anything you can do to make yourself feel happier is, that's like 20% of your health. And for a lot of people, it can be all of your health. If you're not getting sleep and, you're feeling lethargic all the time, you can't lift yourself about, that's what it's all about. It genuinely is. It's so important to get as much sleep as possible. Rudigs, last year this time I was 200 pounds. Wow. I don't know what that is. Give me 2 seconds though. I just need to divide 200 by 14 to see that you were 14. That's okay. 14.28. That's kind of where I am. I'm 14 I'm about £2, 200. I'm about 200 pounds. But I'm a little older and it's harder to shunt. Today, he's 177 pounds, 18% body fat, and, if you don't mind me saying, one hell of a good-looking dude. 30% body fat. I don't know what I am. I know I'm inside of my BMI. Do you have BMI in the States? Do you have that over there? I mean, I know I'm okay on that front. Well, I think they say I've got to be 13 stone 9, but I would literally look like one of the Walking Dead if I was that. I did go down to that though when I finished my keto, and I'm back on that because I want to lose that kind of 4 or 5 pounds. It won't take me long. Rouster, I was told that even though I'm technically overweight, they all say that, yours is muscle mass, mate, that losing weight likely wouldn't help much. I have some extra muscle that makes my weight higher. Yeah, but you work out. I mean, you're solid, brother, aren't you? I mean, you're always down the gym. Wow, thank you for subscribing, Joe. Really appreciate that with the old Twitch Prime, my friend. Very much appreciated. Rouster says, Avery, I've been dealing with sleep apnea for a couple of years now. It took me a year to get the machine. Wowzer. It's worth all the pain. So, if you can't get it via insurance, what kind of cost are they if you were to get one yourself? I should imagine they're not cheap, are they? Because doesn't it kind of regulate your breathing and pump oxygen and stuff, so you kind of have to buy tanks and things. See, we technically have a health service, but it's been gradually run down by our current government for the last 13 years, so it's a very unhealthy service right now. I'd say it's I should say it's at least 2 years. Could have been longer. Ooh. Rokk Show, says Ant. I like to call Ray's mom my love. It's a bless. I don't think his mom's around anymore, is she? I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Tracy, I'm very excited about Hogwarts. Oh, bless you. I hope you win it, Tracy. So many good games coming out back to back this year. Yeah, you're right, my love. There are tons and tons, some really good games. In fact, I was struggling to decide which game to do for March because there was also Resident Evil 4 Remake. That's probably going to be great. When those guys do a remake, it's a remake, right? Plus Wolong Dynasty or something. That looks amazing. Talking of amazing, And Last Pass, did you, Last of Us, did you see episode 3 the other night? Whoa, that series is shaping up to be, I mean, just multi-award winning, irrespective of, and I know that some people weren't too impressed with where they took the story, but if you put that to one side, and let's just call that creative license, I think how they wrote that, the emotion in it, the whole look of the thing, just gorgeous. Tell you what we started last night, and all my American friends are going to go, yes, yeah, about time too, Rokk. Yellowstone. It passed us by, Mrs. Rokk and I, but we've started at 1923, which was the third kind of, or the second spin-off, the third of that kind of show. So we decided, because there's not that many on 1923, we watched 2 last night. We were so into it. First we've seen it. Amazing. Harrison Ford, Helen Mirren. I mean, stop there. I was already on board. Helen Mirren. I mean, she's a lady of senior age, but still absolutely stunningly beautiful. And Harrison Ford, such a great actor. He's been incredibly picky with his roles over the years. You know, he hasn't had to work, but wow, does he do it for this. So we're 2 in, we've got 2 more, and then I think we've caught up with where it's showing in the UK. Then we're going to go back to 1883, the first of the spin-off series, and then we're going to start Yellowstone with Kevin Costner. But, loving it, absolutely loving it. We've been meaning to watch it for so long, but we've only just got around to it. Oh, yes. Yeah, yes. Rouster, I'm 218 pounds, about 99 kilos, not sure of the body fat. I'm overweight on the BMI. Yeah, I know, but you know what? Everyone's different, aren't they? Yeah, we have body mass index over here, Rokk Show. Thank you, my friend. $1,000. Okay, but prescription from a doctor still needed. Right, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you were having, I mean, personally, if my quality of life was, and I don't sleep well, I almost wake up dead on 5 hours of sleep. So last night I went to bed at about 2200, and then I was awake at 3. So I came downstairs, watched a couple of episodes of the Fear the Walking Dead, played a little bit of Ragnarok, did some business stuff, and then that was it. And then it was the day. And now here I am with me 5 hours of useless sleep. Rokk Show. 4K Hogwarts launch trailer dropped today. Looks great. Yeah, thank you, Joe. I was going to watch that. Thank you, my friend. So Joe has pre-ordered, so he gets to play it on the 7th, 3 days ahead of the official launch, which is great. Can't wait. You're streaming it as well, Joe, aren't you? I can't wait to see that, my friend. Every episode of The Last of Us seems like it could be its own independent movie. So right. They've been so amazing. I'm really impressed with that show. Yeah, 100% agree with that, Tracy. The acting, the cinematography, the direction, I mean, everything. The music, obviously the scripts, just stunning. And I was saying to, who was I talking to last night? I think it was William and Ray after the Rokk Show. You know, the thing is, it's HBO. For me, they are the mark of quality. I cannot think of any HBO show that I've not loved. I think of Boardwalk Empire. You know, I mean, an amazing show. So many great shows. You're still playing Ragnarok, mate. I just can't get into it, and I'm going to keep going. I'm not sending it back. I've only just finished the winter thingy bob, the first piece where you go and see your little friends, and then you're living in the kind of halfway, you know, and then you go to the desert area. That's literally where I've got to. It's not biting me. I feel awful because of it, because I know you guys loved it. But every time I fired it up, it just feels like I fired up the old game. And I don't know what's missing for me. I don't, but it's not biting me. And in fact, I'm finding, actually, I want to get through Fear the Walking Dead. I've had enough of it now. I think it's become so low budget and almost sitcom. So I just want to get it out of the way. I'm on the final season before the new one, which I won't probably get to see for a year because it's got to go to a channel that I'm not prepared to pay for before it comes to Prime. So I've got I'm about halfway through season 7. I'll get it out of the way. And then I'm watching stuff and I'm enjoying loads of other little games that I'm playing along the way. I've got so many games. I did want it to be amazing for me because I know it is for you guys. And I'm not knocking the game. It's me. It's just how I am at the moment. Just play it little by little. But I think you'll get to a part that hits the emotions. That's what I'm waiting for, Ant, I think. Because I know that you loved it, Doragon loved it. I have not seen anybody else saying anything bad about it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm simply saying it just hasn't pulled me in yet. But I'm sure it will. And you know, Ant, me of past, with the exception of one game, Cyberpunk, which I bought again. I've bought it again on PC and it still ain't tracking me in. I've started again. Oh dear. They've actually released DLSS 3 now for Cyberpunk 2077. So if you play it on GeForce Now Ultimate or download it and you happen to have a graphics card like William's got, then you can play it with all of that juiciness. But it's just, I don't know. I think partly, I've got to be honest, business is ramping up at the moment. I'm doing a lot more in the company than I've done for some years. So juggling that and this, which I love, as you know, it's just, I just can't give everything all my attention. Something's got to give. Rudig's Ragnarok is good, but I never played God of War. Well, there you go. Fair enough. The last game I played was the OG God of War. I loved those as well, to be honest. Didn't bother with... Yeah, so that's the thing. But then you see, I know Ant did play the last one, and he loved the ending. It was like a big surprise ending for Ant, because he's a big old kind of, Greek gods and Marvel fan, so he had all that stuff. He knew what was going on. I loved the first one. Although I have to say, I came to it a little bit after it launched. I didn't feel... It wasn't as amazing as I'd hoped it would be, but it was still amazing, if you know what I mean. There was like mega hype, but still great. And absolutely in the whole Sony first party exclusives, just knocking it out of the park as they always do. Hello Tracy, how are you? Hello Demi, how are you? Hope you're well today. If Atreus was a girl, Rokk could relate. Yeah, well, there may be something in there, mate. Truthfully, I mean, I have 2 daughters who I adore, and I always wanted girls, always. Even before I met my wife, I always loved the idea of having daughters. I've never been a kind of man's man, off to the soccer or the football and sweaty socks and down the park down the bar for a beer and all that stuff's never been me. I'm much happier doing my stuff with my ladies. And super chuffed yesterday. I'm sure she won't mind me telling you this, but my eldest, as you may or may not remember, she completed her degree, her undergrad, last year, finished it by the summer, got her first, did exceptionally well, and she did archaeology, so she was doing a kind of a science, and then she went to do a master's in graphic design, completely different. She'd not done any, she didn't have a degree in design. She knew she'd have to start from ground zero. She's thrown herself at it. She's gone to masses of kind of extracurricular classes to learn all the various, the fundamentals of design and everything. Anyway, she's just finished her first term and she got a dissertation. She got one of the highest scores in the year. I mean, just bless her. I'm so proud of her. She gives everything 1,000%. She's the living embodiment of, if you give 100%, you get 100% back. And more power to her as well. She's just amazing. Both my girls are amazing. But I'm so proud of what she's achieved. Absolutely. And I didn't. You see, I didn't go on to university or college. I came, as I've said this before, I came from a very working class background. I knew absolutely nobody in my orbit, either family or friends, who had gone on to higher education. We'd all just come out of school and gone to work. That's all we knew. I just didn't know that it was a thing. It just never crossed my mind. So it's amazing to see her do so well. Bless her. Bless her. And Rokk Show, that's how I felt about one of your favourite games. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, and you're right, mate. It's, I think we're all horses for courses, aren't we? The thing is, and I totally get you. I think the first couple of hours, 4 hours of Death Stranding probably lost more people than it deserved to lose, because it's a very slow, and you're kind of playing it and thinking, what's this all about? Am I just going to walk around delivering parcels? And it's only when you get to kind of midway and beyond that the story really kicks in. I think they're making a film, aren't they? Or a TV series, I think. I may be making that up. I know there's definitely the follow-up to Death Stranding, which I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, Anne, I totally understand, because I think, that if you remember me saying at that time it came out, I had pneumonia, stroke, possibly COVID. I don't know. It was the end of 2019, and I was quite sick, so I wasn't going anywhere. And I'd bought it, and I thought, right, I'm going to play it. And so I just But when you start getting to the middle of the game, it gets really good, and the payoff at the end. Amazing, just amazing. But I totally appreciate that, what you're saying, my friend. Tracy, Demi, hi. Tracy's not been feeling very well. I'm not sure what's going on, but it feels like it could well be. Have you tested for the old C19? There's lots of flus and nasties and bugs and colds and stuff going around globally at the moment. Different variants of COVID which aren't even getting detected anymore by the lateral flow tests and stuff. That it's kind of as it ingratiates itself, is that the right word, into our cultures around the world, and just kind of each iteration gets lower and lower in terms of potency as it blends with traditional colds and flus, because they're all part of the COVID family. It's becoming just more and more like a flu, and ultimately over the next decade we won't even talk about it like we do now. It's just a thing you get as part of that whole colds and flus thing. But I do hope you feel better soon, my love. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Yeah, I've got to this is partly why I've separated the office and the studio, because I just kind of thought this morning I really need to get back into some level of discipline. For 3 years I've been working from home. I've been sort of lounging around in my pajamas and my dressing gown until 3 PM and stuff, and doing everything on the laptop or in here. And I thought, no, I've got to get more disciplined. So getting dressed really early now, going up into the little office to do my work stuff, down here to do this and what have you. I think it's the right thing to do. God bless you. Thank you for that. Ant only played 4 hours of Death Stranding, but you maybe want to go back to it, so I will one day. Yeah, and the other thing as well, Ant, do you feel this? Because I know you rented it, didn't you? Like we both do when it comes to big PlayStation games. I just wonder as well whether the fact that we've rented them kind of makes it less urgent that we play them. Do you know what I mean? Particularly when you see something coming along. So at the moment there's Forspoken, Hogwarts next week. I've got them all on my rental list. And you see these games coming up, you think, oh, I don't know, I think I'd rather play Hogwarts. I think I might just try and, I'll just send it back. Whereas if you'd bought it, you're like, no, I want to get through this. I've paid for it. But maybe there's some of that in there. I don't know. Oh, Bruce has just reminded me. Where are we with the competition? Looks like, let me tell you guys how much time you've got left. I'm just going to refresh the page. 9 minutes left, 9 minutes-ish, and a few seconds. And there are 25 of you. 25 of you in the contest. So that's awesome. I'm just going to drag that down so I'm not obviously looking as high as I have been. There we go. No great news today again, guys. I did have a quick look before I came online. I'm kind of at a point these days where, unless it's something really interesting, I don't think there's much point. If you feel differently, if you'd rather that we definitely have an element of Larry and not just me chit-chatting, then I will get more strict and disciplined with myself as well in the show, and I'll make sure we have a good 10 or 15 minutes of Larry. Let me know, guys. Let me know in the comments below. Oh, don't forget to hit that like and smash that subscribe button. Yeah. Rah! And what's the other thing they do? Rah! Oh my God. Sheeple. They just copy everybody, don't they? Tracy, I love zombies, but was seriously worried about something like that happening because they rush those vaccines. I still have, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist on this one, Tracy. So what we know is that Wuhan, where it emanated from, has a military biological laboratory. Number one. Number two, that laboratory is co-funded by the United States, and there's even an element of the UK in there, right? Number two. Number three, isn't it just a tad coincidental that within a year of COVID finding its way into the world, they came up with vaccines, and yet for well over 100 years, they've not been able to find a cure for the common cold, which is an element. Now, if you were creating a military-grade biological weapon like COVID, you would also generate vaccines for your own troops. That's what they do. They make sure that they've got some kind of a vaccine for their own troops. So once they let it go in the battlefield, that they can, there's wind and animals and all sorts of stuff that's going to spread that, right? So they always make sure that they have a vaccine for their own troops. Doesn't that just come as a little bit of a that's weird, isn't it? And there's some stuff out there. I noticed there's a brilliant guy on YouTube who I don't watch so much anymore. He's a GP, he's a general practitioner by profession, and a published doctor as well. And he's got like 4 million subscribers. But he very often reads documents and papers, and he read one out not so long ago that was from World Health Organization. What idiot decided to call it the World Health Organization? Who? World Health Organization. Who? World Health. WHO. Who? What? You idiot. It could have been the Global Health Organization, the WHO. Why did he have to? They just thought it was clever. Let's call it Who. Doctor Who. And he wrote up, check it out. Then them's the thoughts. Yes, that's so true. Renting games gives us a different mindset. It does, mate, doesn't it? It's kind of like people who play games on Game Pass. Yeah, exactly the same thing. I wrote an article for Cloudy with Games back in the day, many, many days ago, back when I started streaming, saying the same thing. When I grew up, for a period of a couple of years in my life, my mum and dad owned a greengrocer's, a fruit and veg shop. And, to go to school in the morning, and I must have been 10, 11, I had to go through the shop. And every morning, because they would stack it with fruit, the gorgeous aroma of fruit and all the bright colours and everything was amazing. But I found, because I had access to fruit and veg, every day I could take a banana or a pineapple or whatever, I ate less of it. Because it's just always there. And this is a thing I wrote about with gaming. And let's face it, Ant, you and I, and a lot of us as content creators, we get games given to us to trial and to review. And, we've got rental and we've got Game Pass and we've got PlayStation and all that stuff. Me, maybe more. But I definitely find when there's a wall of games that I play less. I play less than when I just had a PlayStation 4 and Sony released 3 games a month, and those were the ones that I played, and then occasionally I rented one. And then I played Destiny all the time, and now I hardly play Destiny. I have a look at Game Pass and I go, yeah, well, let's have a look at it. That was all right. I just graze. I just fire them up on xCloud, give it 10 minutes. Yeah, it's all right. And then toddle off to something else again. It's true. Show is great. Look forward to each day. Oh, bless you, my friend. Thank you, Joe. Oh, yeah, so, I said from next week, there's going to be a couple of shows moving forward, certainly in Feb, where I'm not going, I've got events that will coincide with this, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is, and I've got to get more into doing marketing with the company and getting out there and networking and stuff. So I did put polls out. I put a poll out on YouTube and I put a poll out on Twitter, and it came back that most people, but it was close, would prefer it if I did a later show. So what I'm going to do, wife said to me last night, she said, you're going to be really tired though. And I said, no, because actually when I get back from those networking dues, I'm always hyper. You're buzzing and there's coffee and you're chatting to loads of people and hey, I haven't seen you for ages. And so the adrenaline's going. So actually it probably works really well. I'll be able to come back, sit in the seat, go for it. So I'll be doing that. There aren't many of them, but you'll see because I'll pop up the show times on the channel ahead of time. But there'll be a couple of those. I did think about doing some pre-records and stuff, but I love my chats with you guys every day. I'd feel cheated if we didn't have our little daily sessions. Sad to push back Star Wars. I don't know, mate. I don't know. We've said this recently, haven't we? There seems to be, I don't think there's many games that haven't been pushed back. Oh, we love some Rokk. Oh, thank you, Bruce. Bless you, dude. Bless you. So you guys are not worried about Larry then, if there's nothing for me to... I haven't tested for the Ronas yet. Oh, I don't know what Ronas is. Tracy, you've caught me out on that one. I usually have a... I came up with a bit of trivia for the wife last night. What was it I said? She was like, I can't remember. It might come back to me. You know what I'm like. Trivia boy. Just copy pasting. Dre. PlayStation announces today, this is from Dre, that the end of the PlayStation the end of the PlayStation Plus service group, the service which started in 2020 for the PS5, that's when it launched, has a generation list of games which will be ended. PlayStation service. I have to check this out, mate. That is a bit of news, but I'm not sure what the heck they're talking about. PlayStation ends service. That's something. If it's worth looking at, we'll do a quick Larry. Is PlayStation Store shutting down? News. Let's click on news. I know you're not seeing this. Sorry. I will describe it to you. PS5 loses key PlayStation Plus benefit unless you act fast. This was 28 minutes ago. Okay, well, let's pull this over to Larry. We can. All right. I'll turn off me blocker. I just can't stand your freaking ads. Always right. It's VG247. All right, buddy. I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll do a quick one because I want to get your daily in, and we're ended now, I think, on Streamlabs. Let me just check on that. Having, where is it? Dashboard. Here we are. Yes, 26 in the thing. I need to add those as well. We'll do this very, very quickly. You can no longer enter the draw, and I need to... Rokk Show, when you buy a PS5 or get a PS Plus, they give you about 20 games. Those games are going away. Thank you, Ant. That's it. We don't need to cover that now. That's a bit rubbish, isn't it? I know what you mean, because they did like Miles Morales and I think Horizon Zero Dawn and stuff. That's a shame. But I wonder if that's lining up with this big OS update in March where they are integrating the PS5s a bit more. Rosemary, the tea lady? Could be. Okay, come on. Where did that come from? Starter for 10. Who can tell me what American show Rosemary, the tea lady? Could be. Where did that come from? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Oh, I've got my first singing lesson tomorrow morning. Woohoo! I won't doubt I'll be doing any Whitney. Ronus is US slang for coronavirus. I didn't know that. There you go. What's it they've called the latest one over here? The Kraken. Oh, I tell you, gutter press, a lot of them. Samsung S23 Ultra reveal. Hello, Alex. Are they launching it today? Are they revealing it today? I've still got my little S20. I'm quite happy with it. And that was an upgrade from the S10 only a few months ago. So I'm not in the market for anything new, I don't think. But that's interesting. Right, okay. I just want to double check that we've got the wheels here. I think William sent me a message. I only saw it pop up because I think it was on Twitter, saying that he has streamed early today, so we're not going to clash, as it were. So there's no massive panic. But let me see. Oh, look. Bruce says that Rona in Quebec is a hardware store. Oh, no. And do you remember Corona beer? Did they sell that in the States? There was this quite a well-known brand of beer called Corona. That didn't go down so well. Samsung stream's going to start in 7 minutes. Guys, don't go away. Wait with me. No, Rosemary the Tea Lady's not from Family Guy, but you're on the right tracks, Tracy. I've got to be honest. I'd be amazed if many of you are old enough to know. It's definitely from when I was a young lad. But go on, see if you can. See if you can. Right, studio, let me see. Wheel of Fortune, yeah, that's looking good. And the games are looking good. Good. Right, let's do it, shall we? Should we go and spin the wheel? Spin that wheel! Ah, here we are. And they're right above me. Oh, I tell you what I haven't done yet. Oh, no! I haven't put the names in. Rokk! Oh, dear. Don't worry, it won't take me long. You can watch me do it. Copy. So this one is the game. This one is the name. Right. So you'll see the names appear as if by magic. Boop. Now I've got to get rid of the ones. One. David K, how are you, my friend? Good to see you again. Didn't see you there. Al Davis is in the house. Al is knocking out some amazing theme tunes for content creators these days, including us, of course. PyCon. Al's in there twice with the old Twitch hack. There we go. Didn't take me long, did it? So we have 97 folk in the giveaway today. That's stunning. I'm going to press the button. I call this piece of music the Titanic for some reason. Rouster got back for the spin. Where are we? It's gone past Clive, it's gone past John. It's past No Time Pete. Dad plays games, that's Bjorn. No, Eddie Rick. Do you know, it could be another win for Eddie, but it could go to Big Steve. Oh! It cut him off in his prime, but young Eddie has won again. He's on a roll. Right, young Eddie, let us see what your game is going to be. Here we are over at the game store. Rokk, no, I feel seasick. Wrong one. Let's move that over there. Right, what's your game going to be, Eddie? Spin. I click the wrong thing for the spin. Hang on. Go. Oh, yes. That'll be me tomorrow morning. How's that, Teach? Here we go. Gomo, micro machines. Holy potatoes. Hey, looks like Eddie might get to choose his own, be the first one. It's going to stop on choose your own for Eddie. Except for Horizon, though. That's not part. Oh, the little voice. Love that. Choose your own, Eddie. Eddie's usually in today, isn't he? He's not in today. Choose your own. He'll love that. So he will get to pop back to the show, pause the wheel before it ends, and see which game he'd like. So there, well done, Eddie. That was good, wasn't it? Choose your own. Yes, I know. It's a good one, that, isn't it? It's a good one. Because I know a lot of folk are like, oh, thanks, Rokk. What? It's random. It's potluck. It's a lucky dip. What can I say? What can I say? Ah, dear. Wow, look at that. Bruce has been a member for 2 months. I bet you we're going to get a little notice pop up above my head any second, Bruce. Once the latency kicks in. Watch this. I'll have a sip. It'll happen. Well, it didn't happen. That was an anticlimax. I'll do it for you, buddy. Thank you so much, my friend. Curly, hello. Look, Curly's late to the party because he had pop in and say hello to everyone. Oh, bless you, mate. So when my kids went to Music with Mummy, which was a little thing that my wife took them to, bless her, a little group of friends, and a lot of them have stayed friends ever since. I only ever went to one myself. It was a little tad embarrassing. And wow, Eddie has gifted a Rokk Show membership. Bless you, dude. Thank you so much for that, my friend. That's hugely generous of you. So I wonder who... Oh, look at this. Miss T has been gifted the membership. So you've had your membership extended, Miss T22. That's awesome. Well done, my friend. There's a reason. There's relevance to the story. I only ever went to one of them. They were a little bit embarrassing. If you've ever watched The Servant, which I love, on Apple, there's a scene where all the mummies bring the children and they all sing songs. It's a bit like this. But there was one song that kicked the whole thing off, and it was, say hello to everyone, say hello to everyone. And I was like so embarrassed. So when somebody pops in, like young Curly, and says, say hello to everyone, that's where my head goes. Say hello to everyone. Oh, nice. Thank you very much, ER Gaming. That was nice, wasn't it? Bless him. Well done, my friend. Thank you so much for doing that, dude. So, Eddie, wind it back to the wheel, have a little look, and you can choose any of the games on the wheel, with the exception of Horizon Zero Dawn, because, of course, that's the big super-duper prize for... And nobody's won it yet. It's going to happen one day. Absolutely brilliant. And sorry that I said you weren't here. What happened was I had the chat miles back up, which is why I've had to pull it all the way down. But they want to announce some weird NFT shizzle. Who's this? Samsung? Come on, guys. Rosemary the Tea Lady. Rosemary the Tea Lady? Could be. Who was that? Ant knows, because I've heard him say before. He just can't remember. We still have that beer. You do. You still have Corona. Funny. I will have to check out Last of Us eventually. It'll be nice if I can watch a show that doesn't put me to sleep. Yeah, I know what you mean. My wife drifts off, bless her. We sit down and watch a couple. She's not been too bad last couple of days. But I think we'll be watching some more 1923 tonight. I'm really getting into that, loving it. I was under NDA, but I can share these stories now that I no longer work there. What's this, Ant? What stories have you got? And where did you work? And under what NDA? What's he? Hey, what? What are you sharing with us, Ant? And where did you work? Was this at a hardware store? Lick that like and slap that subscribe button. Have a good night, Rokk. Well, thank you, Bruce. Thank you, my friend. Bless you. And you too. Have a good day. That's what she said. I'm not sure what I said that she said, but I'm glad she did. Rokk, Rokk, Rokk! Congrats to Eddie. Well done, dude. Choose your own. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Come on then, Anne. What are we talking about, mate? What happened in your world? I can send you a message from here. Just notice this. Let me see if this works. Hello, this is me. Let me send it, see what happens. It worked. Look at that. I did. I popped up. Believe it or not, that's me. That's me, that is. So I don't think we're ever going to know, are we? We're never going to find out what it was. It was worth it to bring back those happy memories for you. What of? Oh, yes. Exactly. Music with Mama. Oh, your comment didn't. It may have done, Ant, but I'm all over the shop here, dude. Hang on. See, what happens is the system marks all of the messages in green that I have highlighted and leaves me grey ones. So the things like exclamation mark win and stuff I never bother with. But I'm looking down here and all I can see is that one. I was under NDA. I'm just going back up again. No, not seeing it, mate. Not seeing any. Normally it will show me if you've been pulled out as well. Now, listen, I tell you what, I do want to show you guys one thing before I go. So I am actually going to do a bit of a Larry, just quickly, because I think this is not really anything to do with gaming, I've got to be honest. But I think you guys are going to find this interesting. So let me just pull up that one. Yep, that'll do. Daily games. And I want to show you something that's launching at midnight Eastern time tonight. I think it's tonight now for you guys, isn't it? Oh, hello. Where'd that go? Oh. I'm just checking that I put the right URL in because I don't want to. Aha. Okay. They've changed their website. Damn, let me in. Thank you. Okay, so launching, I've been pushing this a little bit as well on, let me just make sure Larry's working. Let's go to Larry, on Twitter. So I'm just going to share this with you. So this launches at midnight Eastern time. It's called Spoutable. And it is the successor to Twitter, as far as I'm concerned. It's by a guy called Christopher Bowsey, who is a self-made millionaire. He's a black guy, and the reason for saying that is that he's particularly proud of launching this on the first day of Black Month, is it called in the States? And it's the first social media platform owned by a person of colour, which I think is laudable. Now, the great thing about this is he made his money developing tools to make social media and other places safer to inhabit. So this has got a bunch of different rules and bits and pieces. Oh, they're still rolling their website out by the looks, which will make it impossible for you to be trolled and to have somebody nick your name, and everybody gets verified because you have to put a phone number in and they send you a text. So it's got double entry bookkeeping, as I like to call it. But if you go to Spoutable, SPOUTIBLE.com, you can sign up. Curly's signed up an hour ago. I actually donated some money to them a while back. I've been keeping an eye on this now for a couple of months. And I really love these guys. Just decided, they crowdsourced whether or not to do it. And they got overwhelming support for it. So it launches today. And I pre-registered. So I think if you basically, the email address that you pre-register with will have to be the email address for your account. So be careful of that one. But it doesn't mean that that's your avatar and your name. You can call yourself, you need to get in and obviously get yours in. But I predict this is going to be the one that drags everybody across. They released it to a bunch of journalists last week. There was overwhelming positive response to it. Spoutable.com. Get yourselves over there and register. A little word to the wise. There's a link that says peek inside, but unfortunately from what I just went to, it looked like there's, because they're migrating. This isn't the site that I saw earlier or that I've been seeing, because they had a countdown. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this is actually a screen from it. You'll see instantly it looks like Twitter. I mean, they've not plagiarized, they've just tried to make it feel like a familiar interface. So here we got a little bit of Will Smith going on down here. I think is that the Will Smith show? I don't know. I never saw that one. So look, this is it's going to be an app and a web-based tool. So that what we're actually seeing here is the web-based tool. Oh, that's interesting. This is actually it live. Ooh, okay. Well, where do I? Don't have my account. Oh, well, I'll be going to do that pretty darn quick then. So yeah, you can literally, they're actually live. They said they weren't going live till midnight. So that's awesome. Get in there. I reckon that's literally just gone live. I tell you how I found it as well. No, it is search. I click peek inside. Sign up. Yeah, get in. What's the link for the site? SPOUTIBLE, spoutable.com. So I'm just going to choose Rokk. Let's see if that works. Rokk. I'm doing this while we talk, guys, because get it in quick. Because this is going to be one of those things where you're going to regret not having got your tag. I think that's correct. So what they do, I'm just doing this away from that main screen. Please wait. At this time, I'm pre-registered. Okay, so I've used a different email. That's fine. I have. So you've had to have pre-registered in order to set the account up right now. But I did. So I'm going to try again with a different email address this time. If this fails, I've got another one I can try. How many do you want? He did say, okay, I must have used a different. He did say that, it's beta essentially. So there might be some glitches, but you can see it's very, very similar. Done! I've registered. Woohoo! Awesome. So let me just try email address or username. So my username, I guess it's the same thing. And damn, I hate it when I can't see it and I can't put it on the thing. Let's try logging in then. Please wait. I genuinely wasn't expecting this to go live until later today. So, well, I actually was expecting it to go live a lot earlier, but they pushed it back. Waiting for Spoutable. New beginning. Here we go. I'm in. No spouts yet. So yeah, they've tried to make it similar to Twitter, but they've improved it immensely. Everybody gets verified. They did say that for probably the first week, they're not going to bother with the whole two-factor authentication stuff because they've got enough on their plate getting it to work properly. So bear that in mind. But Donald Trump is already on the boat. Which boat? Hang on, where am I? Have I missed something here? What's the link for the site? No, thank you. If that's the same loser that had dealings with Amber Heard, I like to support my people, but not. Okay, that's a personal thing. Yeah, I don't think he was a supporter of Amber Heard. And let's face it, in the court of law, neither was the law. Opens the public on the 6th of Feb. There you go. So you got a few more days. Yeah, you've got to keep trying it, Adam. I think there's a load of people. Rokk Show, might be because I used the word vaccine. Oh, but I screenshot my comment. Okay, dude. Thank you, buddy. I'll have a look at that later. Well, I'm getting behind this guy, and it's not because of his colour. It's because there are no alternatives. Mastodon, as far as I'm concerned, was just didn't work for me. And I do love my Twitter. So I'm going to set my profile up. There you go. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed today. And well done to you, Eddie. Don't forget to let me know what game you like, my friend. I'm going to go away and have a little play with this. I genuinely wasn't expecting it to be live, so it kind of caught me out, that one. Chris Bowsey is your boy. And just making sure I've not missed any of you guys with your wonderful comments. Congratulations, Miss T. That's on Eddie giving you the membership, which was super generous. Congratulations, young Ed. I was about to say young Jedi. Eddie the Jedi. Brilliant stuff. Right, I'm out of here. Thank you so much, you lovely folk. And I will catch you all, where are we tomorrow? Thursday. Rock players as well. Looking forward to it. Good one tomorrow, I reckon. Go and fill your boots. Have a fantastic Wednesday. Tomorrow, there's only one more day and it's Friday. Think of it that way. Take care. I'm out of here. Bye.
red like roses, tasting of wine, eyes like the ocean, gonna make you mine.